Welcome to the instructional video showcasing installation of quick covers on a 99 through 2006 GM full-size truck with crew cab configuration. After the truck has been thoroughly treated with rust inhibitor and the rust has been removed, you can take the painted quick cover and you see we tuck it under the rear door there first and then tuck the front up under the front fender. Now we'll want to make sure that we have the tabs pulled up on the tape for the cab corner, and then start to position it in place, sliding it all the way back so it's seated against the door edge there on the C-pillar. We recommend closing the door and checking the fitment, checking the door gap, both on the vertical gap between the door and the cab corner, and down low that there's a gap below the door so nothing hits on the quick cover when the door is closed. We do recommend pushing down a little bit and then putting a clamp in place on the pinch flange to keep the rocker back and down far enough. Once you've got your positioning the way you like it, you can start peeling off the tape on the top side of the cab corner and just try to keep it away from the truck until you're sure where you want it. Then you can begin pressing it into place. And work around inside the door jamb, pulling the back off the tape and sticking it into place. You can work toward the B-pillar there, pulling off the tape, pressing it into place, make sure you wrap it all the way around so it comes flush with the pinch flange, and then continue pulling the tape back to the back of the cab. And once you've got all of the backing of the tape removed, you can start pressing firmly. This is a pressure sensitive tape, so press firmly along all the areas that you pulled the tape from. We recommend doing that a couple times. And then you can go ahead and reinstall the door weather stripping over the pinch flange and the quick cover. You're covering up both with the weather stripping. And then you can replace the door sill plate as soon as you've got the weather stripping in place. Now we're moving on to that vertical strip on the back edge of the cab corner. Just going to reach up behind the box there and pull that off, and then press firmly again several times to make sure that the tape adheres fully to the back edge of that cab corner. Then we can move back toward the front of the vehicle. We're on the B-pillar again, pulling that horizontal piece under the bottom, and then we can start pulling the tape across the front sill and then across the very front angled edge there. And now we can press hard again and start reinstalling the weather stripping along the pinch flange. And now we can replace the door sill plate. So now we've got all the tape done, we've got the interior back together, we can move down to the rocker and focus on the rivets. We generally recommend pulling down on the rocker a little bit as you're clamping these, just to make sure you have a good gap between the bottom edge of the door and the rocker. Again, we don't want any rubbing on any parts of the rocker after it's installed. So once you're positioned where you like it, you can begin drilling holes, and we do recommend pre-drilling with an 1/8 inch hole. It just makes it a little bit easier, and we generally space these about 8 inches apart. And then you can come back with your 3/16 bit and finish drilling out those holes to prepare them for the rivets. And of course, the wide head rivets are included in the kit. A hand riveter works fine for these rivets too. They're pretty easy to use, and just fill those holes that you've already drilled. And once that's complete, you can actually pull off the vice grips or the locking pliers and move them up toward the front of the truck. And once you've got those in place, it's just a repeat of the same process, pre-drilling with the 1/8 inch bit, and then coming back with the 3/16 bit, and once the holes are drilled, filling them with rivets. Once all your rivets are in place, you can remove the locking pliers, and installation is complete.